And here we go. Deuces wild, motherfuckers. Woo!
You are fired up tonight. Look at you go. You got your pink hat on. You're loving life.
Dude, we got a whole new shipment of no-filter hats. And by the way, Thrill, we will be giving these bad boys away. We got pink. We got baby blue. I thought I brought the baby blue up here, but somehow I must have fucking left it downstairs. Yeah, man, a whole new assortment. Truckers by Tammy. These things are legit. They go really well with the gas station attendant shirt.
I'm going to have to try it out. That's for sure. You ain't kidding. Yeah, but hey, you're just like colorful. I mean, you know, you got your pink hat on, you got the yellow band on your watch. I mean, you were just like mix and match colors. You gotta love it.
Well, you know what, dude? I was at the game. Actually, you know what? It was down in Mexico, and one of Biscuit's teammates actually said, "Hey, you kind of remind me of a highlighter."
Like a big Sharpie.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? So
that's good.
Anyway, dude, bro, let's start this thing off. And I know growing up and just being a huge Giants fan and loving everything that was going on with them in the mid '80s, and the guy that really righted the ship there from a manager point of view was Roger Craig. And he's been known as a lot of things, whether it's just this ultimate gamer manager or the father of the split finger fastball. But double sky point to the man that we lost at 93 years old. Obviously a good life lived, but just take a second to reflect upon Roger Craig and your relationship with him.
Yeah, Roger Craig and Al Rosen, gave me my start in pro ball, and Roger Craig was my second dad away from home. So, it's needless to say, it hits close to home. But the last reunion we had, I saw him, and he was looking real feeble. And then, you saw his little video message, from the Jersey retirement thing. So, he was 93 years old, 14 great grandkids. So he lived a very, very full life. He and his wife, have a wonderful family. And, just like anybody else, he's going to be sorely missed. But, he lived a full life.
So give me your best Roger Craig story.
Oh, God. That one's easy. That was the day that they told me I won the job in the major leagues. So I was kind of swinging the bat real well. I was 3 for 4 that day. I had hit my second double, and I was kind of nursing a little bit of a hamstring. I had strained one, because we were doing a lot of running back then, and I was just kind of taking it easy. But I was on second base, and the third base coach looks at me and he goes, "Hey, Roger wants you to come off the field." And I look in the dugout, and he's like this. He's giving me one of these numbers, and I'm like, no. And so he like stands up and he gets kind of all, flustered. And the third base coach is like, "You got to come off the field." I'm like, no. And so finally the third base coach calls timeout. He comes out to second base. He goes, "Hey man, you got to come off the field. Roger's about ready to chew my butt down here." And so I come off the field, and as soon as I get in the dugout, Roger goes, "I want to see you in my office." Now the game's going on, and we go down the steps, and we're in his office, and he's like, "Don't you ever show me up like that on the field." And I go, "Don't you ever take me out of a game when I'm 3 for 3. And so, so he says, "I'm the manager, and if you're going to be my first baseman, you're going to have to listen to what I say." And I go, what? Your first baseman? He goes, "Yes." He goes, "You have made the Major League Ball Club. Welcome to the San Francisco Giants." And I go, "Oh my God," and I just sat down. I said, "Don't worry." I said, "I'll never show you up again." I said, "I'm going to follow your lead and all that." I said, "But don't ever take me out of a game when I'm 3 for 3. And he never did.
Holy shit, man. What was your feeling when you figured that out And did you expect it?
And what now? I'm
Did
sorry.
did you expect it?
I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it at all. I was, I was swinging the bat good, but it was one of those things where, you know, you're a rookie. You figure maybe at the end of spring training you might hear something. But TC's in the house right here.
Hey,
This is my Richmond, Virginia traveling buddy, and we're gonna go. We're gonna be going to Eugene, Oregon, first part of July. So my sidekick here.
How you doing, Mr. Burns?
Trey, I'm doing fantastic. Let me see your shirt, dude. What does it say?
Says,
Keep calm and double deuce on. That's our ranch.
yeah.
That's our show, bro. I mean, your ranch, our show. It's just on. It all goes together. So
yeah. So the Thrill and TC, we had a good afternoon. We had to go out to a few places. Went and had some lunch, and then both of us got the freaking lid chops. So we got tightened up a little bit today.
Yeah.
not a whole lot left up there to chop, Thrill.
No, not really. It's thinning out, baby. Hey, pretty soon, I keep telling Lisa, I said, pretty soon I'm going to freaking get out the shower. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go like this and just keep right on walking. I'm pretty close. I'm pretty close.
Hey, so real quick, what kind of manager was Roger Craig?
So Roger Craig was real aggressive. The one thing that he really did was he wanted everybody to really pay attention. We had a lot of signs. If he ever thought that somebody was like getting our signs, we'd switch them. We'd switch them in the middle of the game. And so you had to be on top of the situation there. And if you missed, he'd let you go with a missed sign here and there. But if you made a habit of missing signs, he'd go collect some money from you. So you had to really kind of watch out what's going on. But, as far as like the game itself, he was real aggressive. We did a lot of hitting and running. We did a lot of suicide squeezes, stuff like that. So, it was almost like expect the unexpected. We did a lot of pitch outs. That was another thing we did too.
So that was sort of the game back then, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the mid-'80s baseball, really.
Yeah. Crawford just drove in a run. So
Well,
Giants are up 1-0.
So speaking of Brandon Crawford, whether or not you want to get into it is up to you. You don't have to do it now, but I know you had a conversation with him.
Brandon and I talked in the clubhouse. He goes, "Hey man, that's not how our conversation went about hitting and stuff like that." And I go, "Look," I said, I probably embellished a little bit of stuff, and I said, Bernsey and I had a few cocktails maybe. I said, so, I'll definitely apologize to you. I said, you probably know the story better than me. I said, but I'll apologize. And he took my apology, no problems. We're good. We're cool.
Well, the funny thing is that when you tell the story, or when you told the story, you've told it a couple times, but it's lighthearted. Like the way you tell the story is basically as if you guys were just having fun and talking shit. And
no, it's fine. And then not only that too, I kind of know where he's coming from. He's trying to get his season turned around and get on the good side of things. And hopefully, like a double like that with an RBI, it's a big deal for him. So, hopefully, that gets him on a roll. Colorado's a great place to hit. So, hey, go out there and rake for a few days and get your stats up.
Giants up 1-0 right now. Lamet on the mound, 46 pitches in already in the top of the second inning. So with Roger Craig and just that sort of style of baseball back then, was he one of those guys? And it's funny because you said that, how he brought you in and jumped your ass and pretty much said, don't show me up. Was he a guy, like, let's just say you guys went on a 4 or 5 game losing streak.
Yeah.
And was he going to call a team meeting, and what would he have said in that meeting?
He pretty much let the veterans kind of police the clubhouse. So, if we had a team meeting, the veterans would call it. But what Roger would do is, if he felt like we kind of weren't playing to the utmost of our potential, he'd start doing some unpredictable things. Um, one day, Kevin Mitchell was on a roll. I mean, on a roll, and he put the hit and run on with Kevin, and Kevin looked down third base. He said, "Give me that sign again." And I was on first, and he put the hit and run on, and I looked at at Wendell Kim. I said, "Do you think Boogie Bear's going to hit and run?" I said, "Or should I stay here?" And he said, Roger put it on twice. He said, "I hope Kevin got it." So sure enough, I went, and Kevin did get it, so that was good.
So where did the hum baby come from?
That was Roger Craig saying. He brought that over from the old Dodger days, and so that was a good piece of hitting right there. Estrada took that pitch out over the plate, went the other way with it, got an RBI, and then we did a first and third. So now we still got first and third, and what we got? Trey, one out, nobody out.
Let me see.
Either two or none.
2 outs.
2 outs, yeah.
Because the thing's either lit up or not lit up here on the board. Here's Jock Peterson.
Well, we got nobody out, Trey. We got runners on first and third. That's what those dots are.
Is it nobody?
Nobody out.
So Jock Peterson, Brill, I didn't really realize this. Dude, he's on a 1-year contract worth $19 fucking million, man.
I didn't know that. Well, I'm glad to see he's back in the lineup. I mean, he got smoked in the hand, and anytime you hurt your hands, it's hard to grip the bat and do some kind of adjustments and all that. And Jock's one of those guys. He's going to get his full-on hack. So, I'm glad to see he's back in the lineup. He's a big piece of the puzzle. He gives us a home run threat and a big presence in the middle of the lineup. So we'll see what he's got right here.
So next stop for you guys is Eugene, Oregon. When are you going there?
Eugene, Oregon, first part of July, and believe it or not, Trey and I were talking about it today. They got sort of a cluster going on in Eugene right now because Oregon Ducks made it to the Super Regionals. Now they're hosting the Super Regionals, and the Emeralds were supposed to play there this week, and so now they've been kind of like booted out of Dodge, and so they're having to play on the road. And then because the other team didn't know that they were going to be hosting, these games, they got like no fans, no tickets sold, nothing like that. And then some of their front office went on vacation. So now the Emeralds are bringing all of their front office with them to like run the games. So it's kind of a cluster going on over there right now.
Dude, did that hit his foot? I think it hit his foot. They're calling time. Yeah, dead ball. They're just going to send everybody back. They're going to load the bases. And that is it. Did you see the college kid? Trey, you might have seen this if you ever scour social media. But there was a kid who plays for the Oregon Ducks. He's 5'6", and I know that because he wears number 56. He's never hit a home run in college. And he went up there, and he went oppo taco with a fucking wood bat.
With a wood bat?
Dude, I'm dead serious. This guy swung a fucking wood bat.
You sure that was working?
I'm 100%. And he wears 5'6" because he's 5'6".
That's pretty cool.
You can't make this shit up, dude. Look it up.
5'6".
Wow.
So that's pretty funny.
Wow.
Yeah, it was definitely comical. So that was kind of a big fun thing. Hey, there was another thing that happened, and I wanted to bring this up to you guys because it happened in your neck of the woods. And it looked like the game was played in Auburn, actually. And it was Southern Miss against the Penn Quakers. And so the kid from Penn was up. Southern Miss had to beat him twice. And basically what happened was the bases were loaded. It was a second inning. Penn was already up. They're about to blow this thing open and potentially go to the Super Regional. And the umpire, the kid's like standing right by the box. He really like this, like, steps in, The umpire goes, time. It was a full count. And he goes, strike 3, you're out.
I heard about that.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Time violation.
I saw that on Jeff Fry's page on Instagram. Certified.
Have a fucking feel, man. That's awful.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. You know, I mean, you know, that's the old adage, you know, umpires, you know, shouldn't be seen, that kind of thing. If you're doing a good job, you shouldn't be seen. And those guys that want to get in the middle of it and do all that craziness and all that, it's just like, let the game play out here, dude. Just let it play out.
That's incredible. And I don't know what the rule is in college. I'd have to look it up.
These rules are just shit.
So it's the same rules. It's the same rules as like, you know, in minor league ball. So, you know, if you're a delay or whatever, wham. If it's on the pitcher, you get a ball on the hitter. If it's on the hitter, wham, you get a strike. So, you know, it's the same thing that's in college. And, you know, I actually talked to a good baseball friend of mine down here today, and we were talking about the pitch clock. And I had completely forgot about this, and I decided to bring it up because Trey was watching some of the you know, the college stuff, and I was watching it too. But it was amazing how many pitches we were watching that were right down the middle. And it's because of this pitch clock. These kids they're having a rush because they're wanting to make their pitches and get the pitch called and do all of that sort of stuff, and they leave the ball right there. They don't work on their mechanics and where they need to get the ball and stuff like that. And consequently, I mean, I watched probably, I don't know, 50, 60 balls right down the middle of the plate. I'm like, oh my God, we could have made a freaking fortune hitting those pitches.
Well, dude, you talked about that. Hate to bring this back up, but there's a conversation you had with Brandon Crawford is that you're basically forcing these pitchers now to have to throw the ball over the plate in order to get the strike. So, dude, the game's definitely changed. And by the way, I'm just opening the chat for the first time. We got a Tommy Luke in here, obviously Luker, Josh O'Neill. I mean, a couple Maxwell, dude. I mean, this is a nice little new crew here. And then Battleborn Mike, a very pleasant fuck you to you, my friend. I miss you.
Take that with you, Battleborn.
Oh,
yeah. So yeah. Tommy Luke, he's one of our hunting guys down here, and he texted me earlier wanting to know what we were going to talk about. He was giving me pointers. I'm like, thanks for my tutelage. I said, basically, we're going wherever Mr. Burns wants to go with this. So.
Hey, Tommy, we're doing 2 million impressions a week across the social platforms, my friend. You know what? I'll tell you this, though, Tommy. Bring it. I mean, we're here. We're willing to talk about whatever you want to talk about. So, I mean, that's whatever subject basically could make Thrill a TikTok star or continue his TikTok star. That's right.
You just want to keep posting crap. That's what you want to do.
Well, technically, I'm not the one posting it. It's our guy Henry, and he's doing a fantastic job. The greatest.
Hey, look. So the Giants. I just saw it just now behind you, but the Giants had Brebbia that started the game. Now they got Ryan Walker in. Watch this sidearm delivery. Woo!
Remember, I sent you that clip of Ryan Walker.
Yeah.
Throwing that slider.
That's the old step into the dugout, chunk it that way. And
let's do that again.
Yeah, watch. Woohoo! And he is not a fun day at the beach to a right-hander. A right-hander hates him.
No.
Because it's all of this stuff. I mean, look where his front foot lands. I mean, this ball starts out behind the hitter before it even comes across. Woo!
No, back in the day, we used to say it's a wiffle ball. These days, it's actually a blitz ball. It's these balls that you can manipulate. Colton got 2 of them today when we went down to Reno with the Shields. This guy's just fucking nasty, man.
Yeah, he's got really good stuff. And believe it or not, he actually came up with a changeup. When I saw him in Richmond, he was tinkering with it, and I told him, I said, start throwing that son of a gun to the left-handers. I said, I said, that's a nasty pitch to the left-handers. And he started throwing it, and he's having more success against them. Oh, by the way, Tommy Luke even came out in the chat. When we went to Mississippi State, Trey was there. Remember when we went for Coach Polk's statue dedication?
Yes, sir.
So we went there, and we were talking to Coach Polk, and Tommy brought it up because he knew, about the chats and all that sort of stuff. He goes, hey, Eric Burns' kid, his name's Biscuit. He goes, you're going to have to sign him to a offer. And Coach Polk says, yeah, I'll sign him to a contract, no problems. So Tommy Luke was talking up Biscuit back in the day.
Tommy, I'm not kidding you. We're sitting at dinner yesterday, and, Colton's riding his high horse. And all of a sudden we were having a conversation about Stanford, and my middle daughter wants to go to Stanford. She's an equestrian. My oldest daughter wants to go to Dartmouth. She's a skier. And Colton is undecided. But Colton did say, so Biscuit said, he goes, yeah. He goes, but I might just go to Mississippi State. And I go, what makes you go to Mississippi State? He goes, Coach Polk already made me an offer. And I go, oh, shit, that's right.
Dude, there you go. There you go. Hey, look, tell Biscuit, say, look, believe it or not, we have connections at Mississippi State. I don't know who, but we got connections. As a matter of fact, he might have a statue out there in front of the freaking baseball field, too.
Dude, look at this thing. That's an 84-mile-per-hour slider. The question is this. Who has the statue out front? Does Ron Polk have the statue, or do you have a statue out front?
So out in front of the stadium is Palmero and I. You got to, walk between the two statues to get in the stadium in the front of it. Coach Polk, they started what they call the Ron Polk Ring of Honor, and it's down the right field line, and so his statue's down the right field line.
Okay. Hey, this last pitch from Walker on the strikeout. I mean, it was
nasty, isn't it?
Dude.
So he's got
thrill. He looks like I'm not trying to figure out if he looks like a serial killer or a fucking terrorist.
So what he's got is he's got kind of the one that he punched the guy out on right there. It's kind of the little tight slider, and then he's got more of a sweeper, and so he kind of interchanges them. And so if you get the sweeper, I mean, you see some ugly hacks from a right-hander off of him.
So that's Andrew Bailey on the phone, Gabe Kapler telling him something. I think they're obviously looking to make probably the next move.
Yeah. So, already, this is a bullpen game. Brebbia started. Now you got Ryan Walker, and they just showed a minute ago. That's just nasty right there. And then they showed a minute ago they had Manea up in the pen. So Bailey's probably getting in touch with him right now saying, hey, is Manea ready? And he might be our next dude next inning.
Yeah. So anyhow, dude, the Giants overall, I mean, give me your analysis of what we have going with them. I mean, I'm looking at it, and they've kind of been hovering around that 500 mark. You're waiting for them to, I say, bust out and become like a dude or a team. But I don't know. I still am not sure if I see it.
So they, they ran on that run. They won 10 out of 12 and 11 out of 15. And then I saw them in San Francisco, with the Pirates and whoever else they played after that, and they played a little bit below 500, but they kind of want to get hot again. I mean, they got hot and they went from 8 games back to 3 games back. And if you can, all right, I'm gonna have a loss or two, but try to get back on that horse and get back to the winning ways. We can get right in the middle of this thing pretty quick, and they hadn't done it. So maybe, going to Denver here will get them right, because they normally play pretty good in Denver.
Their offense has been good, man. You got Estrada with an 813 OPS, Peterson 858, despite the 235 average. I know he's just getting back into it. JD Davis 845, Conforto's at 802. Haniger's struggling at 626. Yastrzemski, he's up at 787. And then you got Bailey, the young hot catcher, at 798, hitting 294. And then, of course, Crawford, he's hitting ninth tonight with 650. But, dude, I mean, Crawford's Crawford. You know eventually he's going to get his, right? When you have that at-bats in the big leagues, it's kind of like you are who you are. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But, one of the good things about, and you and I had talked about it before, one of the good things about being – back in San Francisco, being in the clubhouse, I got a chance to meet all the guys. I mean, I didn't know Conforto. I didn't know Haniger. So it was good to get a chance to meet those guys and then also see Schmidt and Bailey and then Ryan Walker right there, who, I've spent a few years with in the minor leagues. So it was good to see those guys reunite with those guys, but then meet the new dudes too.
I have a question for you because I'm not sure if we've been on since, but you went to the Bay Area, I think it was last week. You went to the Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame. Buster Posey was inducted, and there was a picture posted by Barry Bonds across social media that went viral.
Me and my bud, BB, we sat there. We sat there the whole night. We talked it up, we yicky-yacked, and we had us a good time. We got caught up, and believe it or not, when we go out there in July, remember we got Autism Night, right?
Yeah.
So Autism Night is on Friday the 28th. The next day, Barry, even though his birthday is a few days earlier, Barry's celebrating his birthday. He's like, "Hey man, can you come in the suite and all that?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah!" So I'm bringing TC. We're gonna go see Double B's in his suite and wish him happy birthday.
I got to imagine, because he's done this to me a couple times. I got to believe that at that Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame, because he hates being fanned. He doesn't. He's not into it at all, right? But he loves real conversations more than anything. Yeah. And so I've had several experiences with him, and that's why I think he likes me, right? Because I'll have these transparent conversations with him, and I'll tell him how I think it is, where it's literally been the two of us. And whatever we're talking about, it could be hitting, it could be fucking baseball overall in general, it could be golf, it could be ultra endurance sports because he's a big cyclist and everything else. Yeah. But he really gets locked in and dialed in on conversations. That's a side of Barry that I don't think a lot of people know, and I know you know it.
Yeah, and so that's the thing. I mean, when we were at the table, I mean, there were 2 or 3 discussions that we had, and we were just rocking and rolling for a while. And you can say whatever you want about him. I mean, he's the greatest baseball player I ever played with, and he and I spent a lot of quality time together. We talked strategy, we talked tactics all the time. And now, kind of when we're sitting at this table, we're talking, and he was not a huge fan of the shot clock, and the reason being because he said they were in the third inning. He said he had just taken his first sip of his beer, so he was kind of pissed off about the shot clock.
So he doesn't like the pitch clock.
Nope. No, and he said the same exact thing. He and I were talking about it, and I told him, I said, I think, what was that, Haniger went off the wall? Yeah, Haniger just went off the wall for a double. But, one of the things, he and I both said the same thing, and that's why I wanted to bring it up on this show, was the fact that everybody's having a rush so much because of this shot clock that you're seeing a lot more mistakes out over the plate. And, that's one of those things where, good hitters are not going to miss those ones out over the plate.
So the irony is that Barry Bonds never, ever got out of the batter's box. It was ta-ta, boom, ball, right? Ta-ta. He was the most intimidating motherfucker I've ever seen standing there in my entire life.
Yeah.
Pitch, strike, outside corner. Go ahead, throw it again. Boom, ball, boom, 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 strike, boom, boom. Here, base shot, fuck off.
So he did that, needless to say, later in his career. When I played with him, like I told you before, we had so many freaking signs. He had to step out because we were all getting signs. But It was kind of funny. Oh, speaking of which, tell Mr. Barnesy about what Mr. Thompson sent you.
Mr. Thompson.
Joel.
Joel Thompson sent me 1987 baseball cards. OPG.
OPG, yeah.
They're like the Montreal version of Topps.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he sent, so Joel
and
Thompson.
all sorts of memorabilia.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Some other stuff. But Joel Thompson's a friend. He was at the retirement jersey thing, and he knows Trey's into baseball cards. He sent him a whole brands. Well, it wasn't brand spanking new. It was 87. Was Topps? OPG, but it was a full box of them. So Trey's.
Oh,
We could have one of those. Trey, we could go open a pack and freaking start going through them.
Yeah.
Trey, if you have them with you, go open a pack. I have a box of 87 right here. It's one of my favorite years. Another friend of the program, our guy Dean, sent me this 818 tequila, proud sponsor of Deuces Wild, baby.
Hey,
So
proud sponsor.
In the spirit of the show, Thrill, I think I'm just going to top my tequila off, which I'd already poured earlier.
I think that would be a great choice for you.
Hey, so Giuseppe Pepe Manuele is fucking Canuck, man. Like, he's a legit, Canadian through and through.
I know. He's into Montreal and all that. We talk about it.
So he's really big on the OPGs, man. So he got the OPG Will the Thrill card, and he thinks that OPG's everything. I think they got all the language on the back. It's in French.
Yeah.
It is, really?
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to translate.
You want me to get a pack of cards right now?
Yeah, why don't you go get one?
Yeah, Trey, go get them.
Open up a few.
In the meantime, Thrill, look, I'm not going to put you on the spot by any means, but I heard about Montreal, and as a frequenter potentially of gentlemen's clubs across the country, just as a connoisseur, and I feel like to be able to go in there and give them ratings about the cleanliness and what sort of food, maybe the type of sushi that they have.
Cleanliness.
But I've heard that loonies and toonies go flying around everywhere there because the fucking women are unbelievable.
You are correct, my friend. Let's just put it that way. You are correct. It was a great place to go visit, not necessarily play because the stadium was a dump, but we had fun.
Montreal must have been one of those cities, though, that it's just a trap, right? Like, you get there and you know what you're going into. And if it had that kind of reputation, I remember hearing Pete Rose talk about this shit too.
Yeah. So here you go. So here's the cards right here. All right. And then on the bottom down here, it says Des Ligues Majeures, otherwise known as the Major Leagues.
Yeah.
Right there in French, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's a little coon ass coming back. Oh, and by the way, I took not 4 but 5 years of French in high school.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
you're from New Orleans.
Yeah, because, hey, dude, I'm from the freaking, we hunt and fish down in the bayou and shit. Oh, look, Trey, look. The gum is stuck to the back of the card.
Oh, and
look,
I would have to believe it's stale as hell.
Oh, but
Go for it, Trey. Eat it.
I would
eat it in a heartbeat.
too, though.
All right, let's see who we got working here. We got a gentleman right here, Andre Thornton from the Detroit Tigers.
Oh, no, never heard of them. Indians, right? They have an Indians logo.
Indians. I'm sorry, Indians. Oh, I'm saying Tigers. He had a few years in the big leagues. They got him down here as a designated hitter, but he was kind of an infielder, and they got him down. He had some decent years, not bad. All right.
Okay. Onward and upward. Who else we got?
All right. Oh.
Thunder.
Huh?
Thunder.
Yeah. There you go. All right, we got Gary Ward.
Okay.
Gary Ward actually played for a few teams But in this picture right here, he's with the Texas Rangers.
Daryl Ward.
It has Rangers, but it has a Yankees logo on it. How fucked up is that?
Yeah, no, you're right. Look. So he's got.
Wait. He was with the Rangers back then, and then he got traded to New York.
All right, but here's the thing: he's got a Rangers uniform on, but they got the Yankees logo up in the top.
And wait a minute, let me see.
All right.
It says now with Yankees.
Oh, they put a little blurb in there. All right.
I couldn't even see that shit.
And so, what did you say? He's Daryl Ward's dad?
Yes.
Daryl Ward. You know Daryl Ward?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Daryl Ward's dad.
He's a big-time hitting coach.
Hmm?
Right?
I think you're right, yeah.
I don't know where he is now, but he was in the game when I was there.
All right. This guy right here could hit a little bit because I played against him. It is Glenn Wilson with the Philadelphia Phillies. He was first baseman / outfielder, and he could swing the stick a little bit. So he was a tough out, believe it or not.
Okay, so we got 3 so far. Not one story about any of them yet.
No, I got one. I just went through them. I got a story for the last guy. This guy right here. He had the proverbial cup of coffee. Montreal pitcher, right-handed, Jay Tibbs. He had a little bit. That's about it.
Well, yeah, he spent too much time in the strippies, man. He got caught into the loonies and toonies.
All right, this guy could rake. He could hit a little bit. Alvin Davis from the Seattle Mariners.
I remember him.
He was first baseman. He was there kind of pre-Griffey and pre-Randy Johnson,
Pre-A-Rod,
pre-Edgar Martinez. So Alvin Davis was like the offense in Seattle for a while. He was first baseman and could hit a little bit.
All
right. I have no idea who this guy is. What is that? Seattle?
Yes. Bob Kearney.
All right, Bob Kearney.
What a shit hat, man! Yeah.
Right-hand pitcher. I got no idea. I never even heard.
What? No, I do know this guy is Bob Kearney. He's from Tulsa, Oklahoma. He was involved. He was involved with the Unabomber, Ted Kaczynski. And then ended up in some kind of prison out there, like at some prison we've never heard of. And yeah, I think he's still there, man.
Wow.
What?
Wow. Interesting.
Just go with it, Trey.
Prison. So, hey, gotta love it. So anyway, we don't know him. And then the last guy, I got a chance to meet him a lot. He was in our clubhouse a lot when I was in Baltimore. Good dude.
And he did play-by-play.
Yeah, he did play-by-play. What else did he do? He did TV. What else?
He was general manager.
That's right. He was general manager of the Baltimore Orioles. That would be Mr. Mike Flanagan. Left-handed pitcher, crafty left-handed pitcher, and he was a good announcer. And then, like I said, Trey even pointed it out. He moved into the front office and became general manager.
Dude, if I'm not mistaken, it's really fucked up. But let me see here. No, I mean. Yeah, dude, I'm serious about this. I think he killed himself.
Yes, he did.
Trey said yes, he did. Trey said yes, he did. Really? How long ago was that?
I think it was 12 years ago.
Oh, wow.
No,
Trey said it was 12 years ago, but normally those kind of things stick with me. I must not either heard it or didn't know about it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's that long. It says here. Mike Flanagan, 2011. You're right, Trey.
Mm-hmm.
1951
on the States, dude. You're good.
Left-handed pitcher, front office executive, color commentator. 18 years as a player in Major League Baseball at the Baltimore Orioles and Toronto Blue Jays. I mean, it's sad. I'm obviously some sort of mental illness issue.
Yeah, something. Something. All right. Did you try the gum or no?
Yes.
You did? And was it absolutely gross?
Yeah, it was like
Cardboard?
yes.
Hey, TC actually tried the gum just for you there, EB.
That a baby, dude. Did a great job, Trey.
That's what I'm talking about.
And
So
on on one of the wrappers it says be a superstar, say no to drugs. That used to be an issue back then, but
Yep.
now it's not.
No, it's not. You're right there. They got dispensaries.
oh, it's definitely still an issue, and especially I think the gum actually, Trey, could be
Yeah.
classified as a drug at this point, just because of
Yeah.
all the chemicals that have been baking over the years in the Louisiana sun or wherever the fuck you got
Oh, God. Stop it, will you? Will you?
Where's the trash can?
Hey, look, you've had some issues this year, all right? I mean, you know, you're living in 55 feet of snow, your freaking brain's baked, so you know we're gonna get you down out the mountains, get you in the lowlands down here with some humidity, and get you all crazy up.
Hey, I don't smoke weed at all, but what I do is I take the weed jar and I stick my finger in it every night, and I love it because everyone's like, oh, like you use CBD to help you go to bed, and I'm like, yeah. They're like, yeah, without the THC. I'm like, no, like with the extra THC. And I load this shit up and I put it on my nose, and I put it on my mustache when I have the mustache, and I put it on my cheeks, and then I get up in the middle of the night to take a piss, and then I load back up, nose, mustache, cheeks.
All right, this show has gone downhill immediately.
Oh, I think we're starting to get towards the fucking top, man. We're rolling.
All right, so you had texted me earlier today. You wanted to talk about Roger Craig. We got the hum baby all squared away,
Yeah.
and then we want to talk about the current Giants. Now, by the way, Manea is back in there, so we called it right. Manea is in there, and you said there was one other thing you wanted to talk about. What else you want to talk about?
So what happened was a guy reached out to me on Instagram, and basically his name's Kevin Campy, and he said, was the play in the bullpen that you had in Oakland the best play of your major league career? And I responded saying that it was not. The best play of my major league career, in my opinion, happened in Cincinnati in 2001, I told him. And he goes, really? And I go, yeah, but I haven't seen a highlight of it since. And so he's like, I'll look it up and I'll find it for you. And sure as shit, he came back with the highlight today. And the year wasn't 2001. This is how our fucking brains so brilliantly work. It was actually 2002. And he sent me the video of a Sports Center breakdown of the catch. And it was hit over my head. And Barry Zito was on the mound. And I remember taking kind of like one step like this where I crossed over. And that was, oh, fuck. And I had to hightail it back. Barry Larkin, Hall of Famer, hit it. And then I'm right about here. And the only thought that I had in my mind was, I better catch this bitch. Otherwise, Zito's going to be up my ass because he was a dick about balls that, for whatever reason, he thought should be caught that didn't get caught. So I took off midair and fucking made that catch, landed on the ground. I'm like, holy shit, I just did it. Well,
You got up because you sent me that video, right? And I even sent it to Trey, right? You got up and you had that look on your face like, I can't believe I just caught that damn thing.
I believe it.
That was the look you had on your face. And so is there a way that you can pull it up and you can show it to everybody? Because, dude, normally when you dive in the outfield, I mean, you know, you kind of stay like low to the ground. You got like 8 feet off the ground, dude. That was just an eject, and you made the catch in midair. See if you can show that to everybody. That was a freaking great catch.
Hopefully this comes across okay on this, and we'll see. I mean, obviously, we redo this thing.
Yeah. Hold it a little closer. Hold it a little closer. You got it. Go up a hair. There you go, right there. All right, press. All right, so watch this one, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
There it is.
3-0 ball game at this point. It's Barry Zito. Eric Burns, he gets licked on this.
Oh my!
And you got up, you're like, I don't believe that shit. Oh my God, that was freaking awesome. That's great, dude.
That's as high as I could jump, as far as I could jump. And the one fucking thing I did, man, I could fucking jump. I mean, I'm not kidding. I was pulling 360s as a freshman in high school. Like, God, it was, boy, I could run fast, straight ahead, and I could jump. So that was
good.
That was, in my opinion, the sickest play I made in my major career. Thank you to Kevin Campy for somehow pulling that. I don't know where he got it from. It's
awesome.
High deft. Like I've asked about this, and the other one I've asked about when it comes to my major league career is I hit a 473-foot bomb into some guy's French fries and TGI Fridays at Chase Field. And that's
I gotta go.
That's what you found. Where you going, Trey?
No.
Mr. Burns, thank you for letting me be on the show, and I appreciate it.
Trey, do me a favor. Listen, every week we're here. This is what we're going to do. This is your responsibility. Yeah. You bring a new pack of OP cheese, and we open them. All right.
We're gonna have a TC segment.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right, brother. Take care.
Okay.
Take the cards with you.
All right.
So anyway, then I was messing around with you. Not messing around. I was very serious about it. But I said, hey, like, what's one play in your career that you made that's going to stick with you? You're like, dude, that was my fucking best play.
Yeah, and the reason it was my best play, it wasn't, having to run over to the stands and catch the ball and all that, but it's in the World Series, and I land in the commissioner's lap, and then the guy who's getting me off the ground is Willie Mays. So if you got that one, you can bring it on out.
Seriously? It was Willie Mays?
Willie Mays was the guy that came. Willie Mays is sitting 2 seats down from the commissioner. There you go. Hold it up a little bit more. There you go. Boom. And so that's the commissioner, Faye Vincent, right there on the right. They'll show it. They'll show it again.
That's all you'll ever need to know about Will Clark. Ever. Folks, I don't know what to tell you to look at first. Here's a fabulous catch, and you talk about the high rent district. Look at the company Clark is going to keep here. He winds up nearly in the lap of the commissioner, Faye Vincent, right there. It's the commissioner. What do you think? Is it a catch or no catch? And then Willie Mays, subsequent to that, comes over to help Clark get back out of the box. Commissioner Vincent is thinking all of.
That was it. That's pretty awesome. Your catch, dude. It was sick. It was sick. That right there. I've had a few where I've went into the stands and stuff, but it was just the fact that it was the World Series. I landed in the commissioner's office in his lap, excuse me, and then Willie Mays comes over and helps me up. I'm like, oh, Jesus, what? You can't script that,
Bro, my catch was on a fucking Tuesday in Cincinnati. Yours was in the gosh damn World Series.
That's all right. That's all right.
Up, and Willie Mays are like, that right there alone, the fact that Al Michaels was on the call.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Like, that wasn't that long after, do you believe in miracles?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it was pretty sick. But then, if you guys, everybody that went to Candlestick knows, extremely well, there was so much foul ground, you could never give up on a fly ball. If a fly ball was even questionable, you took off on a freaking dead sprint because you never knew if the wind would blow it back. And that was one of those balls. That was Tony Phillips and he hooked the shit out of it. He hit it behind him, believe it or not, and the ball started coming back. And I don't know, I was just in the right place, right time.
Well, I know that because if Tony Phillips was hitting left-handed, right, as a switch hitter, when he's hitting left-handed, he pulls the ball, and I know this from playing right field, is that a lot of times you'll have that ball actually slice back towards you. And so here he was, boom, it comes back, and then there you are, but you're also dealing with a section that's not there during the regular season.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That whole little section where Willie was sitting and where Faye Vincent was sitting, that's not there during the regular season. So I don't even have to go, head over heels during the regular season. I can make that catch standing up. But, in the postseason, they're trying to put guys on the field and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Gary Overstein chiming in on the chat, just taking a look at this here. Will played a Gold Glove first. Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it. And it just gets me thinking. I don't want to get too far into it, but let's put it this way. I mean, we're putting together a team, and I put together a team seemingly every weekend. And when you have somebody that plays both sides of the ball, it's a fucking game changer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, big time. Big time.
Like, we had a kid they could rake, absolutely rake. But, it's in life, in baseball, in anything, you need somebody to bring multiple things to the table to help a team win, right?
Yeah.
Like, make yourself, if this is any less than all of us, in any sport or anything else, be well diversified. Be somebody that be able to help here, and here. I mean, it's huge, man.
Yeah. Hey, we sitting there messing with TC before he left, and Joe Manueli, he jumped in there and he said, OPG with TC. That's going to be the new segment.
That's
freaking awesome, Joe, man. Nice freaking job, baby. That's awesome.
Right.
We just had a little ball get away at first base and then take off running for second, throw to second. He's safe, called him safe. They appealed it. Now he's out. So,
was there somebody in the San Francisco Giants locker room, one of the new players, that you had an opportunity to speak to for the first time and potentially enjoyed the convo?
I really liked Haniger, that guy right there, right there, your dude. He and we talked a little bit in the clubhouse, but then I was watching him do his work in the cage and all that. And when he got out the cage, he came over and he just out of the clear blue, like a veteran is supposed to do. He says, I'm working on this, and this, and this. And he said, this is the reason why, this, and this, and this. I'm like, dude, I'm right here for you. If you need anything, let me know. He's like, dude, he says, I'm good. He said, but thanks for watching. I'm like, my pleasure, man. And that is the kind of relationship that you want to have, with the veteran players. And on top of that, it also gives you an idea, hey, look, this guy's healthy, he stays in the lineup. He's a leader. So let's keep him in the lineup.
So what was he saying? Because I could mimic his swing. I mean, we just saw a nice side view of it. I've been watching it for a while. He's very much like this, and he has the, he gets the leg kick going, and gets the hit going, which when it's dialed in and on time, it's lethal, right? It just, when it's not dialed in or off time, it can become a little more difficult. What did he tell you he was working on?
So the one thing that he and I talked about, and I made it a point to ask because I did not know. I said, Mitch, what did you miss time because of? And he said it was an oblique that wound up being a back injury. And so he was working on kind of getting rotation and getting kind of all the way through the ball and not having it in the back of his brain that, I might hurt myself again. And he said that, he was trying to make sure he got full hip turn. And, for me personally, he was doing a great job.
So here's Jock Peterson. He just hit one about 1 or 2 inches from his thumbs. I mean, it was, I've rarely seen somebody get jammed like this, dude. It was really impressive. Fouled it off. And I can't. He's got the mohawk thrill. He's kind of got the beer belly. But he just fucking rakes, man.
Hey, that's the thing. We talked about it. I mean, you need that presence in the lineup. You need that presence to where the other opponents go, oh shit, I got to make good pitches. And that's Peterson. I mean, that's Jock. I mean, he's been doing it for years, and he just missed one right there. But I mean, he's been doing it for years, and that's the kind of guy you need in the lineup. You need a guy that gives it the oh shit factor.
Dude, so he's throwing 91 mile per hour like little cutters, and Jock's so late. He's got to make an adjustment right here. I mean, I'd be shocked if he throws him anything but at the same time, Jock's got to be like, oh fuck, man, like for whatever reason.
All right, you said he's throwing him cutters, right? This is a perfect example. This is a perfect example of a guy that you're gonna keep pounding me cutters in. I'm going to get in the batter's box, and I'm going to back off the plate about 4 or 5 inches. You're not going to see it, but I'm going to be giving myself some room. So now that ball on the inside corner is a little bit more out over the plate, and I can handle it a little bit.
So check this out. I've never seen this. Look at his back heel. It's actually up off the ground.
Wow.
I've never seen that.
He's usually when you do something like that, you're trying to, load the weight on the ball of your foot to stay like kind of more, I guess you want to say, hunched over the plate a little bit, that kind of thing.
Look at him. He's a fucking goofball, man. Like he's
He's a goofball like a rake, though.
Just having fun.
Boom.
84 mile per hour shit ball. Like,
he was a little late on those cutters, and he was underneath that breaking ball right there.
There wasn't a whole lot of movement with it, though.
Yeah, no. But, hey, look, that's another thing, too. I mean, he started off the year, and then, he had to miss some time. He had to go down there and take a few rehab swings and stuff. He's going to fight his timing for a little bit until it just clicks.
I mean, that's the best pitch right there, the sweeper that Lambert's throwing.
Yeah.
It looks nasty. You look at the numbers from J.D. Davis, they're fantastic. 369 OBP, 476 slugging. He's fucking killing it.
Yeah, he's having a good year. He's he's basically said, "Hey, third base is mine," and I like that. There was a competition in spring training. He won the job in spring training, so I'm happy for him. And you and I talked about it last year. At the end of the year last year, he was the guy that I was excited about seeing in the lineup every day.
Well, when he came over from the Mets, I remember Buck Showalter, before he came over from the Mets, saying that the one guy he wanted to get more action, J.D. Davis.
Yeah, and
a way to do it, but he didn't find it.
Yeah, so he got traded over. Once he got traded over, I came into town, and I watched him take a little extra batting practice out on the field, and I was like, oh, Jesus, I'm liking this guy.
We're kind of similar stance and load to Mitch Haniger.
Yeah, very similar. That was Peterson right there. Let's see the swing. He kind of, I don't know. You see how he kind of fell back and kind of tied himself up. He got his arms in close to his body. He might. That's what we were talking about, backing off the dish a little bit. If you can get your arms away from your body a little bit, you free yourself up a little.
It's weird when I watch him because sometimes I watch Jock Peterson and I think that there's no chance he's going to make it out. And then there's other times I watch him and I think there's no chance he's going to get a hit. That was one of those times. And good job.
Good at bat right there. Laid off them cutters.
So 3-0 Giants, top of the fourth.
All right, this is a big at bat right here for Conforto. Because, if he does his job right here, you could put kind of a nail in the coffin early in the game, because get some RBIs out the deal, get us up by grand slam range. And, so this is a big at-bat right here.
What's the vibe around the Giants clubhouse and dugout and everything right now?
It was cool while I was there. Needless to say, won what 11 out of 15 or whatever. So I mean, they were on a roll, but I mean, it's just loosey goosey. I had a chance to talk to a lot of guys in the clubhouse, and hey, what are you doing here? What are you doing there? All that kind of stuff, and you know, I mean, all the guys were saying some really good stuff. So I thought it was great. I know one thing, they've had quite a few little injuries. When you have those injuries like that, every now and then you might have a little problem with team chemistry, but seems like it was okay so far. So
Here's Michael,
hey,
the Oregon
yeah,
State.
it's Conforto. I think it was Joe said that. Yeah, Joe. He said Aaron Judge is on the IL with a strained toe.
Fuck, man.
Dude,
Seriously.
what is going on?
You know what happened? He hit the concrete when he made that catch.
Oh,
below
really? He did? Oh, okay.
with his toe, but so he took a face full of fence at Dodger Stadium, but below that fence is a concrete
Okay.
that's built up. So
I got you.
His toe. Now, that all said, look, man, I got a fucked up toe myself. I'm trying to the reason why I'm not wearing shoes tonight. And so with my toe that's all jacked up, it's this one right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hurts. But do you think I'm going to prevent that from me running my fucking 20 miles a day? So I'm not. Look, I just celebrated Aaron Judge, and he got the No Filter Network Badass Play of the Week by running into that fence. But in order to fucking have that award stay with you, Aaron, you can't go in the fucking IL with a goddamn strained toe. Fuck.
That's what they make cortisone injections for.
Yes.
Thank
Dude,
you.
Drug the kid up, please. Gosh, fucking damn. That's terrible.
Oh my God, you're funny. You're funny.
Oh, so here's Haniger, man. Bases juice. This is where we can really break it open.
Hey, this is the one. As I'm telling you, put the nail in the coffin. Here we go, right here. Oh.
Good pitch.
Ooh.
So they're all swinging the bat where I feel like the bottom of it's like either super tempered or whatever. Like they're just I like it. They're choking up Barry Bonds style. Oh, dude, good pitch to hit.
Oh, that was the one. That was the one. You want to hit that one. That one's center cut right there, brother.
Why are they so late on it? It's 91 down the dick, man.
You got me. Like we talked about before, if you're hunting a fastball and you get that ball right there, if you're hunting a fastball, that pitch should not be missed by a major leaguer.
0 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases juicy. Hangs another one. 84 miles per hour.
That one. Oh my God. That was in the same exact spot as the one before, except it was a breaking ball.
So he's throwing 2 pitches. He's throwing the slider. What else do you want?
Hey, look. Get you one that you can handle. All right, this ball's going to be away from you. So go ahead and get on out there and whack the shit out of this one.
Okay. It's 0-2.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Oh, fuck. I mean, he's got to.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. We all know. All right. We got Mr. Manea was the last inning for the Gigantes. Let's see if he runs back out there again. I think he will anyway. So because it's a 3-0 game right now.
Yeah. So when they do the bullpen games, they typically go 1-1-2 or 2.
Yeah.
How do
So
you
last time Brevia started, he went 1, and then Manea went like 4, and then they brought the rest of the bullpen in. This time they went Brevia, then Ryan Walker, and then Manea came in 3rd. So little change of scenery right there.
Well, Walker, Thrill, his ERA is now down to 1.
Oh wow! Hey, while I'm thinking about this, I don't know why it just happened. Um, I've been following, because you've been wanting to bet on the horse. Old
Yeah.
sweet, old sweet swinger won his first race the other day. I saw that on one of the posts somewhere around. So here's a little tip of the cap to Sweet Swing for your first big league W. Hopefully, there's many more to come.
Sweet Swing named after Will the Thrill. And
Oh,
they didn't
baby.
name it Will the Thrill because you don't name a horse an actual person's name. They say it's bad luck.
Yeah, evidently. I don't. Yeah, look, I'm not into all them superstitions. There are a lot of people that are, but nah, whatever.
Well, that's ironic because I did the same thing where apparently, like every time our team has worn these new pinstripe uniforms, let them play uniforms. They're sick. They look like the 1986 pinstripe Mets. Big, even better. And every time we wore them on Sunday, which has only been like 2 or 3, apparently we've lost in the championship. We've worn once where we've lost in the championship. Our 13 years wore them and lost in the championship. And so last weekend, of course, they're asking, what uniforms are we wearing? I said, I don't give a fuck. We can wear whatever we want to wear on Saturday, but on Sunday, we're wearing the pinstripes, baby. I
Take
wasn't
that
running,
with you.
right? I wasn't running for that shit. And then what did we do? Dude, the total score on Sunday was 26-0, 13-0 in both games.
Oh, wow.
We gave up,
A spanking.
bro, we gave up 1 hit
Ooh, go ahead on.
the entire day.
Go ahead on.
So I got 2 minutes left. I told Biscuit that at 7:15 is there's no smell-o-vision tonight. The girls are down in Sacramento for a horse show. So I'm taking the kid out to get some pizza.
Nice. What's his favorite pizza?
Dude, you know what? He's like one of those pepperoni and pineapple guys. Where do you stand?
He's kind of a Hawaiian-ish type of guy, huh?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. Like, where do you stand? Does pineapple belong on pizzas? Yes or no?
I'm an anti-pineapple guy. I told you that. I'm a freaking meat dude. I mean, pile of meat on, and if you stick a few onions on there, a few mushrooms, I'm good to go. But pineapple, no. When I have pineapple, it's because it's 95 degrees out there, and I'm swimming by the pool, and I put the piece of pineapple on the side of my glass. That kind of shit.
So Stephen Luker says, bring on the meats. John Davis, green olives. Linda,
I'll go with olives. I'm all right with olives. I'm all right.
Linda's all about the ham and pineapple. That's so Bay Area.
No, come on, Linda. You're killing us.
Andre says meats. I mean, I could see you fuckers loading up like sausage, bacon,
Dude,
pepper.
look at your body and look at this body. You don't get this shit without pounding some meat, brother. Give me some meat. Put it on there. Put it on the pie.
Oh, I fucking love it, dude.
You probably have spinach and tofu and all that shit on there.
So you know what? I actually order veggie, but fuck, I go veggie with jalapenos. But I like meat. Like, I'm not against meat. It's just the too much meat on my pizza that I just feel like there's a lot of shit going on. So, and in pizza, when I order it, and I know this sounds whacked out too, where I'll go eat a whole medium pizza, a whole medium vegetable pizza with jalapenos added to it, and I don't feel like I have to eat a salad because I feel like
I got you.
I got the veggies on the pizza.
I'm with you. I get it. So we had a little triple out there. It looked like somebody fell down in the outfield. So man on third. Oh, it ricocheted and went the wrong way, and boom, down he goes.
That Conforto ain't shit.
Hey, you know what? That brings up a good point right there. Watching that ball off the wall with Conforto. I know you did it because you and I talked about it, but every time you went into a new stadium, you know, we'd have one of our coaches hit the outfielders balls off the fence. so that they could see kind of how it ricocheted and didn't ricochet and all that. And believe it or not, especially in San Francisco, you need to do it in San Francisco because there are bricks on the wall, but then up high, the bricks are fake bricks. And so the ball will hit it and just die. And then other than that, when the ball hits the bricks, it ricochets off. So, if I'm an opposing outfielder coming into San Francisco, I want to take some fly balls and I want to play some balls off the wall so I can see how it bounces.
So the first thing, oh shit. They might want to take a look at that. Bailey thought he had him at home, kind of gives him that look. But that's Randall Gritchick coming in to score. In my opinion there, though, I take the out. I know they thought they had him at home. I'll just take the out at first when we're up 3-1. I don't know.
Well, put it this way. That right there was a stick your ass out, just put the ball in play and get an RBI. And, Gritchuck right there had a good slide. He got his foot in there. And Bailey, if you guys saw it, Bailey,
Oh, shit, it's foul.
Hook foul. Thank you. Strike one. But Bailey, when he tagged him, he got him up by his belly button. So.
Did they look at it?
He missed him. He flat out missed him. That's the old swipe tag that didn't swipe anything. So yeah, they all of these managers now, they give it one of these numbers. Hey, wait a second. Hey, we're looking at it. One of those numbers. And Kai Correa just went over there and he got the call saying nope, he was safe, and so they didn't challenge nothing.
Yeah. All right, dude. I gotta run. Well,
yep.
We got it next week. Are you gonna be in town?
All right. So next week I am not in town. We are going on a cruise. I will be cruising in Alaska. Believe it or not, I've never done that. I've been all over the place, cruised everywhere else. Never done Alaska. Going to Alaska. It's gonna be highs in the 50s, lows in the 40s. I'm going to be loving freaking life.
What the fuck are you going to do on a cruise?
Dude, I'm good like that. Once again, you don't get this body without fucking hitting the midnight buffet, all right? I'm good at this shit. Tell him, Big Mike. Come on, Battleborn. Come to bat for me here, big boy.
Well, are you going to sign? Are you going to hunt? Are you going to go kill shit?
No, this is a vacation. This is take care of everybody type of vacation. So I'm doing
Is the whole family going?
Ella's not going. Trey, Lisa, and I are.
Okay. Well, I'm interested to hear how a day is gonna transpire.
Well, I know we got a few shore excursions, so I'll let you know. I would imagine, if I had to guess, one day is going to be eating either king crab legs or Dungeness crabs, or it's going to be a crab fest. I know that for a fact.
Josh says he's 6'5", 315, and he agrees about knowing how to have fun, man.
That's what I'm talking about, Big Josh. That's what I'm. Come to battle with me. Come to battle, baby. Bring the beef. Bring the beef.
All right. Well, we'll miss you next week, dude, and then we come back on the week after. Hopefully, we have enough content to freaking.
Yeah, no, we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back next week. We'll have a lot of fun, and but in the meantime, if you want, I don't know what your schedule looks like. Instead of doing maybe Tuesday or whatever, we can do maybe a Thursday or something like that. Depends on you,
bro. Whenever the fuck you want to come on, let's go.
Sounds good to me.
Seriously, it's again 3-1 Giants right now. We come on whenever we want to come on, and you want to correspond with the game. You don't want to correspond with the game. You want to talk about cruises. You want to talk about shooting things. You want to talk
look. Last show you had the freaking Kennel Club on out there, and you were talking about dog balls. So our conversations ramble.
As they should. Andre says he's 245. Something about gotten to eat, man. You guys, hey. I'm coming to Mississippi through. Legit.
Bring it on.
I'm coming to Mississippi. It's like South Haven, Mississippi. I don't know where the fuck that is, but I'm going.
All right, South Haven is outside of Jackson, Mississippi, which is the capital, dead center of the state.
Okay. Well,
When you gonna be there?
July,
Like what part of July?
middle.
I might be around. I'll come check you out.
Oh, dude, it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. So, hey, are you gonna be doing anything with the bananas?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Right now, I got the whole California tour. That's the one I'm going to try to get you on.
Oh, Jesus. Stop it. Stop it.
You got Bonds' birthday.
Yeah, I got Bonds' birthday. That's when y'all are doing sack.
We got to get Barry out to take a fucking at-bat on his birthday. How would that be?
No. He ain't doing that bullshit. You're gonna have to pay Barry. That's the way it rolls with Barry.
Hey, damn. That's so fucking true. And that's a problem.
Hey, you pay him some money, he'll come out there and take a hack, and he'll hit the shit out of it too.
You're right. But that's a problem. Because the Bananas are like, dude, we're selling out stadiums anyway. We don't have to pay nobody shit.
Well, I went online and I was checking you out because you were telling me that the Bananas, they upped the schedule. They went from however many games y'all played last year to what, like 30 games this year?
More. No, they're at like 90.
Oh shit. Well, I know one thing. There's a few venues. Because I was checking them out. There's a few venues already sold out already. completely out. So,
No, all of them are, bro. Everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone. As far as the knockers, I didn't even look, dude. I love you guys. I'm sorry. I'm 8 minutes late for my kid, so I got to go get him.
Pizza tonight. No freaking pineapple, Jack. Tell Biscuit I said so.
I'm telling him, dude.
All right. Hey, great show. Thanks for everybody in the chat room, man. Y'all were tearing it up. Appreciate the love for Roger Craig. Good human being and a true giant. And we will.
Well, we're going to I'm going to give a double Sky Point and one more sip of 818 tequila. And pour some out for the man.
Yeah, I was even setting you up. We will.
I know. I
that's
just
all right. That's all right.
A little more split finger. My God. Yeah.
I got nightmares of shit that's tumbling at me and me swinging and it's in the dirt. I got nightmares of that shit.
On that note, every time the fucking Roger Craig's the split finger was throwing, and it typically still is around Major League Baseball, you know what they say? See ya!